I'm Emily Robacek. I'm a master's student in the Science, Technology, and Policy program with the minor in Life Science and Health, and I participated in Hack4Good in the fall of 2021.
Perfect, that sounds lovely. Could you maybe explain a bit about Hack4Good, what it is and what you did?
Yeah, so Hack4Good was a program to use data science skills and take together students from different backgrounds to work on social problems and employ those data science skills to help solve these problems of social importance and relevance.
That sounds lovely. What exactly did you work on during that project?
During that project, I worked with the liaise Data Lab and also with Sustainable Development Solutions Network. And what we worked on was a project on trying to automate policy implementation and policy coherence evaluation. And so as a part of that, we did natural language processing analysis.
That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. So who did you work with on that project?
So we worked with the Sustainable Development Solutions Network and the liaise Data Lab.
Perfect. That sounds lovely. And do you have a background in data science?
A little bit, but really my main background's in biochemistry and cancer research.
How did you get around with all that data science?
Well, fortunately, Hack4Good had some resources and also mentorship. And so I was able to translate some of the lessons I learned from working in genomics and the sort of data analysis that I was familiar with to working on this new field of natural language processing. And I also learned some sort of good standards for software engineering and coding projects.
That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Did you do anything else except for coding during your time at Hack4Good?
No, I'm just kidding. We also did a lot of cool workshops, and so some of my favorite parts were the workshops where we learned about Agile and we built Lego structures and learned about kind of framing the impact of our work, and so that we could apply the data science principles in line with the impact that we hope to create with our projects. And all of those frameworks and extra events and trainings were super useful.
That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. And did you have any support from the NGO or from Hack4Good if you got stuck at some point?
Yeah, so we did have like a assigned mentor for our project, which was pretty cool, and an industry mentor. And they were able to help us when we got stuck and provide more ideas in the idea generation phase. Also from the liaise Data Lab and the SDSN, we had some colleagues who were working on the project, and they were helping inform the direction and prioritization at each stage. And that was super useful because there was many directions we could take, and they really helped narrow down kind of the best place to start for us, because 8 weeks isn't a long time. So.
That sounds perfect. Thank you very much. Can you maybe explain a bit what your favorite part about Hack4Good was, and maybe some of the best moments that you still remember?
Well, I really liked the ramen on the roof. But as students, we're kind of suckers for food. So I really liked the social interactions and how it felt super comfortable to be a part of that group. I was learning a lot of things that I was unfamiliar with, but it wasn't intimidating in any way. And it was really cool to just be able to dive right in. And I really appreciated, especially working with the liaise Data Lab and the SDSN, our colleagues were so passionate and motivated about the problem of tracking policies, and really opened my eyes in terms of the impact that data science methods could provide in that area, because I was initially like a bit skeptical about what can we actually do in this time, and it was just such a great learning experience, like in terms of the actual projects and getting to work directly with these people. And we actually gave a presentation to a larger audience at SDSN and liaise after the Hack4Good project was over.
Was the NGO happy with the results in the end?
Oh yeah, they were very happy, and to my knowledge, they're continuing to work on the foundation that we provided and extend things, and so that feels good too, that we provided a solution that hopefully they can build on and use in the future in their work in the real world.
Excellent. Maybe one last question. Could you maybe tell one thing that you will keep for life from Hack4Good, something that you learned maybe, something that you experienced that kind of burnt into your memory forever?
Forever? Wow, that's a long time. I think that I just feel grateful to be able to have the kind of discussions, interaction, like the fact that so many people come together and we're all willing to try and trust each other. And, you know, I came in feeling a bit of, I don't know anything about this, and was able to feel like welcomed, and the communication was such that I didn't feel so nervous about diving right into something that I didn't know so much about, and was able to work with all of these, you know, hotshots at these international organizations, and they were so kind, and even my classmates too were super kind with, you know, any of my mistakes along the way. And so I just feel really grateful for getting to work with other people and learn from them.